Hola, ¿cómo están? And what is going on, guys? DarkScheme here, bringing you some Grifball gameplay in Halo 5. And I kind of just wanted to talk about Grifball and really Halo 5 in general. Haven't done one of these more casual commentaries in a little while, so I thought Grifball was kind of perfect for that. And first off, I am having a ton of fun with Grifball. I've only played a few matches, but that alongside Assault have been pretty fun as well. And I have to say, I didn't think I was going to have as much fun in Grifball this game around, but it's actually a ton of fun. Even though the hammer is the newest weapon, I still like to use the sword over it. And I think it's kind of just one of those things where I'm more used to using the sword than the hammer. So for the most part, I'm still trying to learn and use the hammer, because there's definitely a range in which you can hammer people and kind of walk forward as you're swinging it and end up killing them. So I definitely need to learn the ranges on that, and of course learning how to use the abilities with the hammer, with the sword, and of course with the ball as well. So one of the reasons I like the sword is because I can do something like this where I kind of keep my distance, zoom in with the sword, bait out somebody else's hammer since the animation takes a little longer, and just end up moving a little bit forward, reticle turns red, and just sword it. But I also forget that one of the things that the swords are really good at is their lunge capacity. So a lot of the times I end up just trying to run past the sword guys, but at the same time the hammer guys are the dudes that you want to avoid as well. It can work either way. I think with being the ball carrier and seeing people with hammers, you can kind of jump over them and hope that they don't get a full lunge towards you, so you can kind of get the hammer distance. I think that's one of the pro plays, or how the pros play Grifball. If there are any pros in this game, I'm not exactly sure actually, is you want to be able to jump over somebody or have a teammate hit you with a gravity hammer, but at a decent distance so that you kind of fly up in the air and you kind of just ground pound into the goal. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. That's why I'm saying kind of ground pound into it, because sometimes you can ground pound but get killed right before you jump into the goal. And other times you can get pretty lucky, get 1 or 2 ground pounds at the same time and end up capping that. But as far as Grifball goes, I think I need to play a little bit more. I am kind of getting used to it. I like playing the game, but at the same time I also want to keep competitively playing. I think one of my favorite game modes is Assault, because it's the newest thing and because there's just so much new strategies to learn, and you end up playing every single map that they have available for Assault completely different than Slayer or Capture the Flag or Strongholds. I think one of the biggest examples for that is Assault. If you play it on Coliseum, you'll see that most times you do want to get sniper control, run the ball that way, and kind of control the enemy team's cave. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what spot that is. But at the same time, it's kind of weird, because for those defending, you have to overextend, and most times you'll always end up under your base or extending from the center map all the way to the front of your base. Like I think it's the window area is what it's called. So it's completely different to what we're used to as far as Capture the Flag. And because the ball carrier does have 2 thrusts, it kind of gives them the ability to be a little bit more aggressive. Honestly, I don't think the double thrusting is a big deal in Halo 5, just because you are not able to use the thrust after you thrust once before picking up the ball. And the same way, if you thrust once, drop the ball, you can't thrust after that. So most of the times it is useful to just juggle the ball. Of course, in Grifball you get more speed, so it's kind of worth it to just have the ball at all times, wait for somebody to make something like a bad play, like they accidentally lunge at you and don't get the kill, and just melee and beat them down in one hit. So that's kind of the reason why these ball game types are pretty fun and pretty interesting. And because we do have the options to kind of create our own oddball game type, I'm kind of excited to see where it goes from here and what type of game types we can make from having the ball in Halo 5. But that is pretty much it for the video today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if you are enjoying Assault, Grifball, and any other game modes that have come out, like Fiesta. And as always, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.